the 1st century BC Roman poet Ovid preserves a legend, a memory of Greek gods visiting the area that we hear about in our first reading. But when they visited, they visited in disguise, such that the citizens of that area did not recognize them. And all of the citizens, save one couple, did not welcome them in. They gave them no hospitality and ended up turning them away. When those gods finally manifested their real identity, when those gods finally manifested their true identity, they rewarded that one couple by transforming their house into a palace. But all the other citizens, those that did not welcome them but turned them away, they destroyed them. So what purpose do such memories serve? Can we live without memories? Can we live in our memories? If we try to live without our memories, if we try to bury the past in the past, to leave it there without any acknowledgement or without any recognition, then we live without bearings. We live without a trajectory. We live without a past. We live without a story. We live without purpose or meaning. The events in our life are just a random collection of occurrences without any sort of connection between one and the other. We don't know where we have come from, and so we don't have a very good idea of where we are going. And therefore, we don't live with a kind of hopeful expectation, with any kind of anticipation of what will occur. We see in these Lycaonians in our first reading that they were waiting and they were watching. They were waiting and watching for these gods to come again because they knew that they had come before. And then when this event occurs, it fits within a context and immediately brings to mind that memory of what happens, and they respond. So we can't live without memories. Okay, can we live in our memories? Well, if we live in our memories, we are in a sense locked in our past. If those memories are something good, we are holding on to the past in a form of nostalgia. I want to hold on to that event, that relationship, that feeling, that occurrence, and I want to drag it into the present. But if that memory is something bad, maybe something I have done wrong or some ways in which somebody has wronged me, I'm not holding on to the past, but the past is holding on to me. It's holding on to me in the form of resentment or regret. And so we can't necessarily live in the past because we'll just never be waiting for something new, but just expecting that past to be repeated over and over and over again, becoming stunted in our growth. The Lycaonians, in a sense, were living in their past. They were waiting for that event before to happen just in the same way now. And so they mistook Paul and Barnabas to be those very same gods, not allowing themselves to see them as the evangelizers that they were meant to be, because they were only looking with their eyes that were facing backwards, not facing forwards. So if we can't live without memories, and we can't live in our memories, what are we to do? Well, the suggestion is that we live from our memories. Faith is a remembrance, but it's a remembrance of a promise that is not yet fulfilled. Therefore, faith has this sense of being forward-looking, of awaiting for that promise to come about, to what has been granted to us to come to its full fruition. But those memories have to be purified. They have to be purified so that we can discern them for what they actually were and not just what we thought they were or what we wanted them to be. And when those memories are purified, it allows new things to happen in the present, and it allows a future to be unlocked. I begin to see the way God was working so I can better know the way He is working and the way He will be working in my life. But how are those memories purified? How can we better discern the way that God is working in my life now and will be working in the future? Well, Jesus gives us the key today in the gospel when he gives us the Holy Spirit, the one that reminds us of all things and teaches us what we need to know.